Hello, yogis. It's Wednesday, July 1st, and we're ready to get started with our live stream yoga. Thank you so much for joining me in these classes. We've been away from each other for quite a long time. I'm beginning to lose count of the weeks. Is it 15 weeks now? Anyway, just one announcement. I will be going on a short trip starting this weekend, and so it's not clear to me whether I'll be able to provide these live stream classes on Saturday, July 4th, which is a holiday anyway, and on the following Wednesday as well. And so I may not be back until the following Saturday. So if that's the case, you can always take one of the pre-recorded classes that we have on the Yogiton channel, or you can take one of these classes that have been saved in our library and redo those at any time, actually, every day if you wish. So let's begin with our breath as we usually do, and just begin with just letting your breath flow on its own and just settling in on your seat. Just taking a moment to notice how your breath is moving. Notice how you feel. As you sit, do you feel a little bit agitated or completely relaxed and still? Just notice for yourself. Notice as you sit whether you feel comfortable in your seat. And let's begin to deepen the breath now. Taking a short, long breath in for 4 counts. Deep. And then exhaling for 4 counts slowly, completely, drawing your navel in toward your spine. And let's continue with this cycle. Smooth the flow of your breath. And let's begin to move now, following our breath. As you draw the breath in, extend the arms up, lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, lower the arms, and at the same time, lower your chin towards your chest. Repeating the cycle 2 more times. And next we'll prepare to bend to the side, raising your right arm up as you breathe in and gently exhale as you bend to the right, or to your left, I should say. And then repeating to the other side. Continuing. Once more on each side. Very good. Let's extend the arms out to the sides. Take a breath in. And as you breathe in, draw the shoulder blades toward each other to expand the chest. And as you exhale, it's at a tuck. And repeat. Once more. Lowering the arms down, we'll prepare to twist now. Extend the arms up as you breathe in, and as you exhale, turn to your right, looking over your shoulder into your twist, and then moving to the other side. Repeating 2 more times. Very good. Extend the arms up and lower them down. And from here, we'll move onto our backs. So lay back on your mat with your knees bent and your arms at your sides, palms on the floor. And as you breathe in, let's lift the bottom off the floor, swinging the arms up and back and coming into bridge. With the exhale, tuck your knees into your chest. And as we breathe in, flex your heels and extend the legs up toward the sky as you reach the arms back. And with the exhale, back to the starting point. Inhale into bridge. Exhale as you tuck. Inhale, extending the legs up. Exhale, lowering the feet to the floor. Repeating this cycle 3 more times. And let's take one more. And as we come into this last cycle, as we extend the heels toward the sky, we'll stay in the shape. Firmly draw your navel in towards your spine as you exhale. Just a bit more. And finally, we'll lower the feet down, arms at our sides. Take a moment to relax. Bring your feet a little wider apart so you can feel the edges of the mat with your little toes. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let your knees go to the right as you turn your gaze to the left. Inhaling as you lift the knees, exhaling as you turn the other way. Moving the knees side to side, just like windshield wipers, but slowly. Some gentle twists. Very good. Let's draw the knees into the chest and begin to rock forward and back, rolling along your spine. And rock up. Stay for a moment, drawing your knees in towards your chest. Then we'll cross the ankles and come onto our hands and knees. In 4 points, centering yourself on your mat. Take a moment to feel the ground underneath your palms and underneath your knees. Good. Let's take the right foot, step between the hands, come into the low lunge, and as you breathe in, rise up with the left knee on the floor. Exhaling as you lower, and we'll step back into down dog. Lower onto your knees, and step the left foot forward, and rise up. Stepping back into down dog. Let's repeat. Lower the knees onto the floor, step the right foot forward, rise up into the crescent lunge, step back into down dog. Lower the knees to the floor, step the left foot forward, rise up into the crescent lunge, and step back into down dog. Very good. One more cycle on each side. Lower the knees, step the right foot forward, rise into crescent lunge, lower the hands down, step back into down dog. Lower the knees down, step the left foot forward, rise into crescent lunge, lower the hands down, stepping back into down dog. Making a change now, step your right foot forward and come into your low lunge and rise into high lunge as you draw the breath in. Lower the hands down and step back into down dog. Step the left foot forward, rise up into high lunge, lower the hands down, step back into downward facing dog. Let's repeat. Right foot forward, rise into high lunge. Lower the hands, step back into down dog. Step the left foot forward, rise into high lunge. Lower the hands down, step back into down dog. Once more on each side. Right foot steps forward, rising into high lunge. Lower the hands down, step back into down dog. Step the left foot forward. Rise into high lunge. Lower the hands down. Step back into down dog and stay for a few breaths. Firmly draw your navel in towards your spine as you exhale. From here, we'll prepare to come into side plank. Come into your plank, make it straight, and either remain with your legs together to turn to your left into your side plank, or you can choose to put the right knee on the floor for support, extending the left arm up. From here, as you breathe in, extend the left arm and bend the side body up toward the sky. And then straighten, lowering your arm to your side. Repeat. Now extend the left arm up as you breathe in and see if you can thread it through as you exhale. Inhale, extend it up. Exhale and thread. Inhale, up. Once more, thread. Extend the arm up. Stay for a moment in the side plank. Then move into your downward facing dog so we can prepare for the other side. Here, we'll move into plank. Either legs together or lower your left knee to the floor as you turn to your right. Extend the right arm. Bend the side body up. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. Exhale and straighten. Once more. Extend the arm up as you breathe in and see if you can thread it through. Extend up and thread. Once more. Extend up and remain for a moment in your side plank, Vasisthasana. Then move back into downward facing dog. And stay for a moment in down dog. Gazing in between your hands, walk towards your hands with your feet hip distance apart, parallel. Squeeze your ankles toward each other and let yourself hang upside down for a few breaths. In a very easy forward bend, bending your knees enough to feel your waist against your thighs. To rise up, extend your arms behind. Lift so that the body is in the shape of a letter L, and then push from your heels to come up, extending the arms up, and as we exhale, we'll fold forward. Rise up as we practice. Exhale and fold forward. Rise up. Exhale and fold forward. This time we'll rise up and lower our arms to our sides, coming into mountain shape, Tadasana. Let's prepare for our tree shape, a balance on one leg. Bringing your palms together, float your left foot off the floor. Find your balance. Then open the knee and gently touch the inner thigh with the sole of your foot as you open the knee out to the side. Decide if you'd like to grow your branches by extending the arms up. Vrikasana, tree shape. Let's lower the leg down and take a moment to adjust. And we'll proceed to the other side, starting with bringing your palms together and floating the other foot off the floor, opening the knee, gently touching the inner thigh, and deciding if you'll grow your branches up toward the sky. Very nice. Lower your leg down and stand in mountain. Take a moment to adjust. From here, we're going to move in and out of our warrior three. So, standing in your mountain shape, bring your palms together and float your right foot off the floor, flexing the heel. And as you exhale, extend it back as you hinge. See if you can rise back up, lifting the knee, hinging again. Rising up once more, and hinging, where we'll stay for a few cycles of breath. Either leave your palms together or choose to extend them away. Warrior three. Rise back up and lower your foot down and take a moment to adjust. As we prepare to proceed to the other side, smooth your breath out. And prepare for the other side now. Floating the other foot off the floor, flex the heel. See if you can hinge. Rising up. See See if you can hinge. Rising up once more. And this time we'll remain in the asana. You can choose to extend the arms away if you wish. Let's rise up, step down, and again take a moment to stand in mountain. Smoothing your breath out. Standing at the front of your mat, extend the arms up as you draw the breath in, and let's fold forward as we exhale. Coming into the forward bend, rise into half bend as you lift the chest, breathing in, and then folding forward as you exhale. Rise into half bend as you breathe in, exhale into forward bend. Rise into half bend. Exhale, fold and stay. From here, we'll step back into our downward facing dog and prepare for our cobra. Let's come forward into plank as we breathe in, and as you exhale, lower down, pointing your toes, extending the legs back. Palms on the floor on either side of your chest, tucking the pelvis under, and as you breathe in, rise into cobra. Lower as you exhale. And let's repeat. Once more. Stay in cobra for a few breaths. Lower down. Come up onto your hands and knees and sit back into your heels, into the child's pose. And let's remain for a few breaths. Rising up onto the hands and knees, press back into down dog. Gazing between your hands, walk towards your hands. Come into the half bend, lifting the chest. Fold as you exhale and prepare for chair. Bend the knees and rise into your chair shape as you breathe in. Fold as you exhale. And let's repeat. Now, rise into chair and stay for a few breaths. With the next breath in, rise up and lower your arms, standing in mountain. From here, extend your arms out to the side and see if you can float your left foot off the floor and hold it for a moment. Let's lower down. Take a moment to adjust, and we'll prepare for the other side. Arms extend out, and lift the other foot off the floor, finding your balance, holding for a moment. Stepping down, lowering your arms to your side in mountain. Let's step the feet apart. In a straddle, legs wide, slide your hands down your legs and fold forward. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and gently sway a bit if you feel that feels nice and delicious. Just gently swaying. Let's come up into our half bend, coming up onto your fingertips. Extend your arms behind and rise up. With the arms extended to the side, bend your right knee. Come into a twist as you exhale, bringing the hand towards your foot and unwinding and coming back up. Let's repeat. Three more cycles. One more to go. Now we'll proceed to the other side. The other knee is soft as we turn into the twist on that side. And rise back up as we breathe in. Continuing. Three more cycles. Once more. Very good. Proceeding back to the first side, let's remain. Turn your gaze toward the sky. And as you breathe in, broaden the shoulders, extend the crown of the head away. And with the exhale, draw the navel in and twist it in the direction of your turn toward the sky. Let's rise up. Take a moment here. Close your eyes if you wish. Notice how you feel. Let's proceed to the other side. Arms apart, bending the knee, turning into the twist and remaining. Breathing in, broadening the shoulders, extending the crown of the head away, and exhaling, drawing the navel in and twisting it toward the sky. Be still and at ease in the asana. Rising up, lowering your arms to your sides, and take a moment to stay. From here, we're going to take your left foot and turn it outwards, pivoting the heel behind, bending the knee, and moving into Warrior Two. Gazing forward over your fingertips and turning your palms toward the sky. As you breathe in, extend the arm up into Reverse Warrior. And as you exhale, move into your extended side angle. Rise into Reverse Warrior. Exhale into extended side angle. Rise into Reverse Warrior. And we'll stay in the extended side angle for a few breaths. Let's rise into Reverse Warrior, straightening the leg, and then coming back into our straddle. Taking a moment here. Now we'll turn the other foot to prepare for warrior two, facing the other way. Reverse warrior as you breathe in. Extended side angle as you exhale. Reverse warrior as you breathe in. And extended side angle. Reverse warrior once more. And let's remain. Rise into reverse warrior, straightening the leg, coming back into your straddle, and let's fold forward. In the straddle shape, let yourself hang upside down for a few breaths. Rising back up, standing with the palms open. Now we'll move back into the warrior two in the first side, as we did before, and then straighten the leg, extend the arm up, and prepare for triangle. Extend the arms, palms facing the sky, reach away, lower the arm down, the other arm up, and turn your gaze toward the sky into triangle. Trikonasana. Let's rise into reverse warrior, bending the knee. And from here, we'll come into our half moon. You can float into it, or gently step into it, finding your way. Let's come back into our reverse warrior. Straightening the leg and back into straddle. Moving to the other side, first into warrior one. Reverse warrior, straightening the leg and preparing for triangle. Be still. Smooth your breath out and remain. Reverse warrior. And then half moon. Back into reverse warrior, straighten the leg, straddle, fold forward. Hang upside down for a few breaths. And rising up, standing at the front of your mat, extend the arms up as you draw the breath in. Exhale, fold forward, rise into half bend, step back into down dog, lower onto your knees, sit back in child's pose. Let yourself release here. We'll take a moment here to let go. From here, we'll move into our hero pose, either sitting on your heels, or if it's not comfortable, putting a mat, a block or a pillow underneath your bottom so that you can support yourself if the knees are not comfortable. Let's straighten the spine in hero. Firmly draw your navel in towards your spine with each exhale. As you draw the navel in, try to draw the groin up as well. As you draw the groin up, the navel in, see if you can drop your chin. It should feel like your whole spine is being stretched in this way. From here, let's cross the legs and come into our easy pose. Settle down. Please extend your left leg forward, straight ahead. With your right knee bent, place the foot on your inner thigh. Then take your hands and pull the flesh of your bottom. Pull it back so you can feel your sits bones against the ground. Make sure your spine is straight. As you draw the breath in, float the arms up. And as you exhale, we need to imagine that we're reaching out the crown of our head to lengthen the spine. And we gently fold and come back up as we breathe in. And let's repeat. Firmly drawing your navel in towards your spine as you exhale into this asana, Janu Sirsasana. On the next cycle, let's remain at ease. The hands can be on the floor on your shin. If they happen to touch your toes, they can rest on the toes. Either way, we're not pulling ourselves into the shape. Firmly draw your navel in towards your spine as you exhale, and try to tilt your tail toward the wall behind you, as if we're trying to tilt it back. Feel how that action straightens your lower back. Rising up, lower your hands on either side of your hips and straighten. And let's switch the legs. Again, draw the flesh of your bottom back, exposing your sits bones, straighten the spine. Extend the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale gently into the asana. Inhale up. Exhale into the asana. Inhale up. Exhale into the asana. Inhale up. And this time we'll prepare to gently stay. Again, we don't pull. We're not using our arms to pull or yank or force ourselves. Firmly draw the navel toward the spine as you exhale and try to tilt your tail toward the back wall. Rising up, lowering your arms to either side of your hips and straighten the spine. Very good. Extend both legs forward into our staff pose. Slide the hands back, lift your bottom off the floor, and come into reverse plank. Lowering down, bring the soles of your feet together, and wrap your fingers around your toes, straightening your spine. The bound angle, Bandha Konasana. Lifting your left knee, swing your foot behind, and open your knees so that they're at right angles. Here we're just releasing any tension around the hip joint If you find this to be super uncomfortable, you can take a block or a pillow and put it underneath that bottom to give yourself some support. Find what you need so you can relax and let go. Let's bring the foot back around and take the other one behind. Set yourself up as you did before, and just take a moment to rest. And let's release. Here we'll bring our feet on the floor and we'll just gently go side to side a few times. Should feel good. Very nice. Come onto your back. And let's move into our bridge shape, lifting your bottom off the floor. This time the arms are at our sides. Externally rotate the arms and see if you can link your fingers together underneath you as you lift into your bridge. Let's release. Come down, take your right leg and cross it so that your ankle is against your knee. Lift your left leg off the floor. Wrap your fingers around the left leg, flex the heel, and extend it toward the sky. Both heels flexed. Hold it. Take your left knee and bend it so there's a 90-degree angle. And we'll come into a twist. With your arms extended, I want you to look at this, should be your right foot, the one that's on the knee. We're going to bring the sole of the foot to the floor simply by turning our hips and gazing in the opposite direction. With each exhale, draw the navel in and twist it toward the sky. See if you can take your hand, should be the opposite arm to the knee that's above the ground, and see if you can gently draw it down, just gently. Let's rise back up and place our feet on the floor to proceed to the other side. This time it's the other leg. My left leg is crossed, ankle is touching behind the knee. The right foot comes off the floor, fingers lace behind the thigh, and the heel flexes up toward the sky. Bending the knee again, 90 degrees. Both heels are flexed. We're going to turn the hips the other way, bringing the sole of the foot to the floor and turning our gaze in the opposite direction. Firmly drawing the navel in and twisting it toward the sky as you exhale. We can take the hand and gently draw the knee down a bit. You should feel a nice release along this outer thigh. Should feel good. And let's come back up. Hug the knees into the chest, rocking forward and back until you come all the way up, crossing the ankles and coming back onto our hands and knees to prepare for half pigeon. Take your right knee to the edge of your mat. Point the toes of the left leg. Make sure your pelvis is parallel with the mat. If you already feel a lot of sensation here, this is a good place to stay. Otherwise, you can move slowly a little bit forward, maybe bringing your forehead to your fists, or maybe to your hands, or maybe all the way to the floor. From here, we're going to step back into our downward facing dog, and then lower onto the knees in 4 points. Now the other knee, my left knee, comes forward. The right foot is pointed. Pelvis is parallel with the ground that I'm facing. And again, if you feel a lot of sensation already, this is where you should stay. Otherwise, you can move closer to the earth, finding a place that's comfortable for you. Let's come back into our downward facing dog. Lower onto your knees. And from here we'll come into another, looks like my belt is falling off. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, from here we'll have another hip opening. What I want you to do is open your knees apart with your soles of your feet together. And this brings us into a kind of diamond shape in the legs. We don't want to be sagging in the belly here. We can stay as we are. And we may already be feeling a lot of sensation in this shape. Or you can move a little bit closer to the ground while maintaining that diamond shape with your soles of your feet touching together. You can stay here, or you can take the feet apart. Imagine your feet are like goalposts. And we'll simply just take a moment here to release. To come out of this, we need to reverse the whole process. So if you're all the way down on the ground, you need to bring your feet back together, start to come up, and then finally back into your 4 points, where we'll sit back into our child's pose and release. Rise up onto your hands and knees, press back into down dog. Come forward into plank and lower to your mat. And from there, we'll roll onto our backs. Laying on your back, take your right knee into your chest and prepare to twist. Simply bring the knee across as you turn your gaze in the opposite direction. Again, we firmly draw the navel in and twist it toward the sky as we exhale. And as we do in all our twists. Being gentle. Move back to the center and let's switch sides now. The left knee into the chest, cross it, and turn your gaze in the opposite direction. Let's come back to the center. Hug the knees. This time I want you to tuck. Try to touch your forehead towards your knees. Release it. Extend the legs out. Reach your arms over your head and take a few deep breaths and stretch and lengthen your spine. And finally, we bring our arms to our sides and relax in our Savasana. Close your eyes and be still. Let go with each exhale. So let's begin to wiggle our fingers and toes around your shoulders, elbows, knees, and hips. Wiggle around gently. And from here, roll onto your left side and help yourself rise back up to come back into your seat. I'd like to lead you through a practice of a breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana. It's basically balancing the nadis, the energy pathways. And the way this works is we take our fingers. You can use your index finger and thumb, or you can use the Vishnu Mudra, which involves folding the index finger and the middle finger back, and then using your thumb and your ring finger to very gently pinch the nostrils. We want to pinch above, almost where the bridge is, and not a hard pinch. What we're trying to do is breathe in through one nostril, out the other, and then in that one, and then out the first one. And so we'll be starting with the breath in the left nostril. So we'll be gently pinching the right side, just blocking it so the breath flows in the left nostril. And after we've taken a full breath, we'll switch and out the right nostril, and then back in the right, and then out the left. And that's one full cycle. So it's in the left side, out the right, in the right, out the left. And that's one full cycle. It's a very calming breathing practice and balancing. So let's prepare for it. Make sure your spine is straight and you're seated comfortably. We'll be using the right hand to do this, although I guess it could be the left as well, if you prefer. Traditionally, I've been taught the right hand. And let's just simply settle into our breath. You can close your eyes and smooth your breath out. Make sure your spine is straight. Feel a kind of lightness, so there's no clenching of muscles, relaxed in the body, the breath flowing smoothly. And we'll go about maybe 5 or 10 cycles of this alternate nostril breathing. So before we start, I'll remind you it's in the left, out the right, in the right, out the left. And then we repeat, in the left, out the right, and so forth. And we don't want to breathe quickly. It's smoothly and slowly, deeply as well. So we'll first exhale out completely so we can start that breath in through the left nostril. So take a breath in first. Exhale out completely. Raise your right hand and blocking the right nostril, breathe in the left. Switching, exhaling out the right. Then in the right side. And switching out the left, and that's a full cycle. And so please continue on your own. When we're finished, it's out the left cycle. That brings us to the end of all the cycles. as you're working, notice if you're turning your head to one side, maybe to the right side, and straighten your face so that your face is directly forward. You're not turning your head as you work with this. Go through one more cycle on your own, and remember to finish with the exhale on the left side. And after you're done, lower your right arm down and close your eyes, sitting up with the spine erect, and just notice how you feel. Letting the breath flow on its own and just observing the flow of the breath. Let's lower our chin and slowly open your eyes and bringing your palms together at your heart center. In Anjali Mudra. And please join me with 3 Oms to finish our practice this evening. Breathing in deeply to begin. Shanti Namaste. Peace, I bow to you. Have a beautiful evening and a very good restful sleep. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good night.